Hi, my name is Gary Pattern. I'm the new Westminster School District ADST facilitator. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our ADST carts that we have in every elementary school and every middle school. So in the carts, we have a variety of different tools. But before we do anything, and I really want teachers to model this, I want teachers to make sure that they are prepared to work and they're wearing their safety glasses and they've got themselves ready to work before they do anything. Okay, so I want to make sure that, so as you can tell, I'm ready to work. So I'm going to pull out one of the toolboxes. There's 10 of them in each kit. And generally I'd never have the toolboxes on the table, but for today I'm going to show you. I always want the tools below tables. Okay, so in each toolbox is a variety of different tools. So I'm going to just start with the files. Okay, so you have a round file and a flat file. Whenever you're using the file, you always use two hands, and you can use it with metal, plastic, or wood, these files. Okay. So there's a tape measure. We have metric and imperial with these tape measures. The imperial measurement is on the top, so inches and feet. The metric is centimeters and millimeters, and they're below. And if I wanted to lock this in place, there's a little locking mechanism right here. And if I want to retract it, I slowly bring it back. Okay, so that's a tape measure. You can use that. There's a scissors. They're very sharp. Make sure that you don't cut yourself, cut away from yourself and others. Okay. We also have some screwdrivers in here. So we have slotted screwdrivers or flathead. Okay, a larger and a smaller one. We have Phillips screwdrivers. So we have 3 different size Phillips. So we have the big, medium, and small, and some people call them the star head. We also have Robertson screwdrivers, and Robertson screwdrivers are also called square head. So as you can see, they're square head, and we have 3 different sizes as well. So that's what's in the top tray. Okay, you just need to make sure that they go back in that order. So we also have pliers. We have slip joint pliers. Okay. We have some linesman pliers, and linesman pliers have a cutting mechanism on them as well. And we have a crescent wrench, or a monkey wrench, some people call them. Okay, or an adjustable wrench. We have water pump pliers, and they just slide here, and you can hold larger material. We have needle nose pliers, and they also have a cutter on them as well. And we have some side cutters. Okay, they cut material as well. They cut wire. We also have speed square, and the speed square is 90 degrees. If I wanted to use the speed square to make a line in here, I can just slide it along here, and if I wanted to make a line right like that, or if I want to make a 45-degree line, I can do that. And that will be very helpful when I'm cutting my wood. So that's a speed square. And make sure, what the common mistake that the kids are going to do is they're going to measure it, and then they're going to draw a line that looks like that. And it's because this wasn't flat along the edge. Okay. So we have, what else do we have? We also have a hammer in here. Okay. And when using a hammer, use 2 hands, please. That means your material has to be clamped with 2 clamps. So I'm going to get the clamps. We have 2 clamps in here, 2 large clamps. And we bought large clamps for a reason, so that you can clamp a lot of different types of material. And you want to make sure that threading is below, like this. That's the only way to be able to clamp something. So if I was clamping this to this bench hook, I would clamp it down to the table and I'd use 2 clamps. But if I was clamping something in the air, I would make sure that I'm clamping it like that. Okay. If the threading wasn't exposed, it wouldn't actually be able to tighten it. Okay. So there's 2 clamps in your toolbox. And the last thing that's in here is a ruler. You got a metal ruler, and it does metric and imperial as well. So when you put these tools back, you want to make sure you put them back correctly. So I always put the clamps in first, and I offset it. So one on one direction, one on the other direction. Then I put my speed square in here, and then I put my hammer in, and then I put all my different types of pliers in. Once I have all that in, I should have plenty of space to put all my screwdrivers up top. And once I got my screwdrivers up top, then I can put my files in, get my tape measure in, got my scissors, and then I can close my toolbox really nice and clean. Now we're going to go through the rest of the ADST tool cabinet. So in here you have a variety of different tools. One of them is a toolbox with glue guns. So these are the glue guns that we've purchased. Always please check the cord before plugging it in, and do not put it in when it's hot. Try to wrap it after you put it away. Okay, wrap it up tightly. Okay. The other thing that's in here is you have tons of glue sticks, tons of them. And if you need more, you contact me. So that's your glue gun. And you have a lot of different glue guns in there. The other thing that's in here is a vacuum. And if you're trying to take this vacuum off, it's simply you twist and you can put the sawdust in the compost. Make sure that the battery's charged. Battery disconnects like this with this button, and that's how you use it. If you also have this piece to connect, and it's used for cleaning up your area so that the custodians don't have to clean everything. We want to make sure that we clean up after any ADST project. In here is a variety. This is very expensive. You have access to the jigsaw. This is a teacher use only jigsaw. For the middle schools, I will teach some of the middle school kids actually how to use this. Or if I'm there doing an ADST project with you at the school, I might do hand over hand with the kids with the jigsaw. There's also cordless drills, and watch the cordless drill video. It'll explain how to use it. But these cordless drills, you can put different screw bits in it. There also is an impact driver, so that we can put different bits in here as well, and that will be a great tool to use for a variety of projects. You'll have access to a battery or a battery charger. Okay, this is where you charge. Before an ADST activity that you do, make sure your batteries are charged. And you'll have some blades for your jigsaw. The other thing that you'll have is a variety of different drill bits. So if one drill bit breaks, it's not the end of the world. We have lots of different drill bits. Okay? So that's what's in here. Some of your kits will also have a cordless sander. Okay? And you'll have your batteries. So that's not cheap. So please take care of it. Please report anything that happens, that even a little cut on the finger, to the office so that they're aware of what happens with the student. Other thing that we have is those 10 toolboxes. Almost every kit has a soldering iron. Okay, soldering iron, I'll pull that out in a second. And then in the teacher toolkit, you'll have some extra things like a level. You'll have some extra things like some center punches. Okay. You'll also have a thing of sandpaper with all the different grits of sandpaper. You might have access to a pipe cutter. Okay, this pipe cutter will cut pipe, and it's just a ratcheting mechanism to cut pipe. Some impact drivers for your impact gun. There's a nail puller in most of them. And this is where we keep some wire strippers as well, some wire strippers. And your extension cords and some power bars in with your teacher toolkit. So that's the teacher toolkit. They also, in the teacher toolkit, has all the same tools as what's in the kids or the students toolkit. So if you come across a tool that you need, please let me know, and I might have that tool that we can add to the teacher toolkit. So in each of these ADST carts, we also have the handsaws. And there's a variety of different handsaws that I've put in there. I've put a coping saw in there, and the coping saw has a very, the blade just goes in one direction. So you can make some, kind of like a scroll saw, very fine cuts. So there's only one of those. You also have a hacksaw, and if you wanted to cut pipe, you could cut pipe or metal with this. And the teeth only go one direction. You hold it like this. Always two hands. And each toolkit has two different types of handsaws and a variety of them. This is a coarser handsaw and always have two hands on it, and it will leave the wood with a bit of a rougher cut versus this is more of like a tenoning back saw, and the teeth go forward and backwards as well, just like that one. But the teeth are not as aggressive. So make sure you watch the handsaw video of all the safety around that.